Hi, and welcome back to EM Hypnosis. I'm Elenique Marie, and today I want to talk to you about speaking your truth and what does it really mean to speak your truth. In this world that we're living in, we are very much encouraged to tell others exactly how we feel and to do so as frequently as possible. I think that that's something that we've inherited from the best efforts of the New Age movement, which came at a time when the world was suppressing so much. People were suppressing so much of their true emotions and their true feelings and just kind of putting out a fake version of themselves. And people were tired of it. And that brought this new age movement, encouraging people to be true to themselves, to be honest, to be open, to face their shadows, to embrace all the parts of who they are so that they can experience a feeling of wholeness. Yet what I found is that in this effort to speak your truth, a lot of times we don't ask ourselves the question, what is the truth? What is my truth? Because we believe that the truth is how we feel about something. Immediately, if we're sad, then that's our truth. If we're mad, then that's our truth. That's just showing up, being authentic. Yet, all emotions begin with a belief system. You can't have an emotion if there's no belief behind it. The belief behind it is serving as the foundation for that feeling that you're having. It's how we're interpreting the things that are happening to us, the things that are coming into our lives. It's the meaning that we're giving those things that is creating a set of emotions within us. And so, if we're not aware of the beliefs that are behind the scenes in our minds, in our subconscious mind, if we're not really aware of what are those beliefs that are driving our life experience, how can we know that the stories that we're telling ourselves, that the way we're looking at the world, the filters that we're carrying in front of us, which are essentially those beliefs, right? The filters are the beliefs because the beliefs take the information that's just coming in as data and it's giving and assigning a meaning to that information that's coming in. So without our beliefs about things, we can have no opinions about them. We cannot judge them. Our capacity to judge things is affected by our point of view or our filters. And so when we're encouraged to just express our feelings, if we aren't responsible with that expression, if we don't really look and see, is this feeling true? Is what I'm feeling in this situation really real? Or is it based on some belief that I'm continuing to project onto a situation which isn't even accurate, which isn't even true? And I believe that that's something that we're not really questioning that much. And that's why there's so much anger and discord and tension between people nowadays. We're so busy talking about our truth, expressing our truth, that we don't ask ourselves the question, is our truth really real? Are these stories that we're telling ourselves real? And the reason why there's a high probability that the stories are not true or not the way you think they are is because most of those beliefs and those stories got formed when we were just little children, looking out at the world through a child's perspective, without the understanding, without the skills, without the context, without the critical mind to understand those situations and truly be able to process them in their entirety. We're looking out through 7-year-olds' eyes at things, and we're coming to 7-year-olds' conclusions about things. And when that conclusion goes into the subconscious and just gets hoarded in there, then it's really a 7-year-old's conclusions that are running your interpretation of your current day life. It's a 7-year-old's understanding that is being used to judge situations and people and events, as much as that's difficult to hear. And if we are using a child's point of view to judge people and situations and events in our lives, how accurate is it really? And how much manipulation of that memory have we done over time to defend ourselves as defense mechanisms, taking some memories and exaggerating the bad guy and making ourselves more of a victim so that we don't have to bear the burden of whatever weight or guilt or whatever that we feel. It's much easier to just project that onto other people. Whatever it is, we look for justifications outside of ourselves to blame, rather than to go into how we created and stored that memory and revisit it and change it so that it's useful, so that it's closer to true than what we believe. Because the stories that we tell ourselves matter. The way we look at things matters. Every single day, every decision that we make is based on a set of beliefs. And it's important that we have the courage to go back and to really explore those beliefs, to find out whether they're true, whether that interpretation that we created about our life or about this person or about that event, whether that's still accurate, now that you can look at it from the point of view of an adult who has the language and the resources and the understanding to go back to that event and to heal it in some way, to correct it, to correct the perception. And that's what we do in hypnotherapy. We go back to the subconscious. We go back to those memories that are stored from the perspective of a 7-year-old. And we look at it from an adult's perspective. Perhaps we even look at it from an even higher perspective than the adult. And when we do so, we're able to go back and heal a lot of beliefs that are not helpful. And so before we can truly speak our truth, we need to know what the truth is before we burden people and just let all of our emotions and thoughts and feelings about things rage out of us like a giant faucet. It's important to ask, what are the consequences of this? Did I really do my job exploring these conclusions? Did I ever question them? Because in that questioning, in that gap that we create when we question a story, is the opportunity to make a different decision, to perceive differently. And by perceiving differently, i.e. having different beliefs, we're able to have different emotions. The emotions are a symptom of something. They're not the cause. So it's important to not let ourselves just be governed by emotions and confuse emotions with the truth. So it's my invitation to you today to truly ask yourself, what does it mean to speak your truth? And what are the responsibilities of speaking your truth? Because the truth has effects on others and on ourselves. It has effects on our relationships and our capacity to be open with each other and to trust each other. So I believe in this world, we owe it to each other to look a little bit more closely at our beliefs so that there's more space for a view of things that offers more forgiveness and more healing and less pain and less suffering. I hope this was helpful. And if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to put them down below in the comments. I would love to hear from you. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. And until next time, wherever you are in the world, I hope that you're having a very blessed day. Bye-bye.